It's a Saturday, and it's Mansfield today, and being a Saturday, of course, I'm joined by... I give you the big intro, and you just go, hi. Yeah.
So we're older now here, both of us.
Both of us, yes. We're both older.
Yeah, you're 10 years older than me, although, I mean, obviously everyone thinks it's a lot more.
Such a chop, do you know that? Okay, can I show you my moment of the week on Mansfield today?
Okay.
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 Take a look at this.
Right.
There's a interesting treatment in the pipeline, pun intended.
I was going to say yesterday.
It's called FMT. I think you're going to find this interesting. So it's fecal microbiota transplant. So it's a
So
it's a poop transplant. So you take individual's healthy processed stool and you transplant it into the other person. So you can either use a nasogastric tube, which I find disturbing, or you can use enema, it's also a bit disturbing, or colonoscopy. But then, Jeremy, for you, there are poop pills.
No.
It's capsules. It's called crapsules.
Vicky.
It really is. They call it crapsules. And those are filled with freeze-dried poo. And you swallow them. I know it's quite interesting. And you know there's even they're doing studies on these crapsules. Can't help saying this, is so funny. That it might help in other chronic diseases like asthma, imagine that, arthritis, Crohn's disease, chronic fatigue, eczema, insulin-resistant mood disorders, Parkinson's, and so what do you have to say to that?
Just got picture with you sitting with a bunch of mates and you say, ooh, ek moet my kak drink.
Yeah.
At first I thought you were pretty well.
No, someone else's, not your own. Iemand anders.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So,
Dr. Vicky, I don't know if I should be saying thank you, but thank you for the laugh.
it's a pleasure. A serious laugh.
Yeah, a serious laugh. We have to laugh at some of the serious stuff every now and again.
Oh, you know, you've only got to put a toilet humour somewhere near you and you just can't help it.
No, I can't.
No, you really can't.
I can't. Okay, you give me your moment of the week then.
Well, it wasn't really my moment of the week. It
Yes.
was just somebody really being a good friend to me.
Okay.
So when I got to Cape Town, I was extremely stressed.
Yes, because Sam went down to Cape Town.
I went down to Cape Town.
Yes.
And I was extremely stressed when I left. I had a lot on my plate, and of course working with you is always very stressful. So I went down to Cape Town, and on the Sunday morning I thought what I'll do is I'll go for a beautiful long walk along the promenade. So I parked the car roughly near the Sea Point pool, and I just walked all the way past the lighthouse and carried on going. And then
It's quite a walk.
very long. And then it stopped being as pretty. So I turned around and I came back. And Africa Milani, who I used to work with at
Yes.
702, he said, I'm going to be on the promenade. So I said, well, let's see if we can meet up.
Okay.
And it was very funny because I saw what I thought was him, but he was walking a dog. And Africa doesn't
a
like
dog.
dogs. So I was like, that can't be Africa. And then he put his arms up and I was like, it's Africa. But it's someone else's dog.
So he's taking up dog walking as a
No, it was a
side-
friend's dog. And he gave the friend his dog back. And we ran into each other's arms. It was like an ad for chocolates. Anyway.
hand over the dog.
It was exactly like that. Actually, exactly like that. Anyway, so we carry on walking. We walk. And I said, well, do you want me to give you a lift somewhere? And he said, yes, please, if I could drop him home. And I said, cool. And I couldn't find the car.
It's a hard car, obviously. Yeah.
So we're walking along looking for this Toyota Yaris.
Okay.
And I cannot see it anywhere. And Africa says, what colour is it? And I suddenly think, I think it's white.
Yeah. Usually,
I think
hard
it's white.
cars
Yeah,
usually
they
are
usually
white.
are white.
Yeah.
So we go up and down, up and down. I've already walked 10 Ks by then.
And now you're getting tired.
Now I'm tired and my foot hurts, and also I'm scared that on the second day of my holiday I've lost a hike. Well, had it stolen.
Yeah.
anyway, so Africa says, are you certain? Are you absolutely certain that it's white? And I said, at this point, I'm certain of nothing except the blister on my big toe. So he said, let's walk past all the Toyota Yaris's that are silver and click. And lo and behold, the first one we walked past, that was my car. And I was so stressed I hadn't even remembered the colour. So I try to blame it all on stress, but then Africa, who remembers everything, reminded me that I'm the person who takes photographs and 360-degree videos every time I park anywhere because I always lose the car.
Yeah. But I don't normally lose cars, but I do know that I'm useless when it gets to shopping malls. I lose all sense of direction in a shopping mall because I think it's because I'm not outside.
Well, that's why I can never go to Eastgate. Because I don't know my way around Eastgate. There's like 7 million entrances, and I know that if I end up going through entrance 26, I'll never find it again. So I can never shop at Eastgate because I'm afraid I'll lose the car. Fourways Mall, I was terrified of parking at the Fourways Mall, but you can actually park on the actual roof. So you can't go any higher than the roof. If you park on the actual roof, even though by the time you get to your car, the seats have melted and you can't touch the steering wheel, you have to drive with your fingertips like this. At least there's nowhere else. But the worst is Monte Cassino. And I'm naming and shaming. Because Monte Cassino's car park everywhere looks exactly the same. The whole thing looks exactly the same. It's so uniform. And so when I park at Monte Cassino, I first take a picture of the number on the floor next to my car. Then a picture on the pillar, so it'll say like 2B or lower B or whatever it is. And then I take a 360 of what's happening outside, because there's always that sort of balcony so you can see what else is happening, and I take a picture of that too. And that's the only way I will go into Monte Cassino to see a show. Those were the days. Or go for dinner, also the days. Because I'm scared I will never find the car again.
You know, you talk about Eastgate. There was a guy, Sam, we used to both know him. Andy. He used to run the sports section, sponsorship section for Nedbank.
Okay.
And he did Disability South Africa.
Right.
He was disabled.
I remember that. Yes.
I can't remember his surname.
No, I can't either.
I can see his face, and I can't. Lovely guy.
He was a lovely.
And he
Might still be a lovely guy.
Yeah, no, he is. I saw him a few weeks ago, actually. And Andy told me the story once, because he used to walk on crutches.
Yes.
And he was meeting up with somebody at Eastgate. This was what reminded me.
Yeah.
He was meeting up with somebody at Eastgate, and he didn't know the person, and the person didn't know him.
Okay.
So they were trying to work out how they would meet up.
Right.
So Andy said, okay, I'll meet you at the entrance 2 at Eastgate.
Yes.
So Andy got there, and it was a hot day, and he was thirsty. So he went inside on his crutches, and he went and got a Coke.
Yeah.
One of those
Coke can.
not a can. One of those takeaways like you get at the movies.
Okay, yeah.
So Andy then goes to entrance 2,
Yes.
okay, with this Coke.
Right.
And he flips his crutches up.
Yes.
And he's standing there drinking a Coke.
Yes.
And he stands up leans on his crutches, and he's got this Coke thing. And the next thing he says, somebody walked past and dropped a 2 rand coin into his Coke.
They meant well.
He said he just burst out laughing.
Oh, the Coke cost more than that,
Yeah, exactly.
even back then.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No, what?
Don't you normally do a joke?
Oh, yes.
You didn't even get a joke ready.
No.
Hashtag you had one job.
No, I do.
Anyway, it doesn't matter
But you know
because-
what? I always never know where I've put them.
Yes. Anyway, it doesn't matter because Mike gave me a joke. Your friend Mike.
Mike gave you a joke.
Yes, and he said I must tell you, and you'll think it's really funny.
Okay, what's the joke?
Okay, he says
Still looking.
58-14. And he said you'll really laugh because the Sharks beat the Lions 58-14. It might have been more. It might have been like 60. Oh, and then he said I should also tell you that they should have treated it like cricket and let the Lions go back into bat, which I didn't fully understand because I didn't think there were bats in rugby. But that's what he says. They should have let the Lions go. They should have the shark should have declared and let the lions go into bat again. And apparently that's very funny. And he said, you would laugh a lot.
Funny, I'm not laughing. What did you say?
I said, funny. Because it is. Funny, funny, funny. And I'll find out from Mike why that's funny later. Okay, it's time for Saturday to carry on by.
Yeah. Goodbye. And may the force be with you.